Guess what time it is? It is time to resolve, to evolve, and heal instead of deal. Yes, folks, it is the Brenda Power Medicine Woman show. And it is finding my voice to help you understand what is going on. Look at all these people that are coming in. Remember, as you begin to come in, to always hit the like button or the love button, because that's what I like to see, and allow us to share this interaction. Let's raise the vibration just a little bit more so that we can really call in our loved ones. And how do we do that? Remember, the more people that are in this energy field, the more that spirit will come through. So call in your friends, share the video. I mean, get that word out there that this is what's going to happen, because spirits on the other side have been saying to me, hey, girl, they're not listening to us because you got to do your part too. And it's like, okay, so your spirits want you to help raise that vibration. I asked which is the best way. They said getting other people involved. I said, it's Facebook. What do we do? Well, it's up to you guys to decide how you want to involve other people. Yes, ratings are good, but that's not why I'm in it. Having followers are good, but that's not why I'm in it. But you and your spirits want to talk. Your loved ones have so much to say. And somebody on the other side has been following me around all morning, and they did my hair, and I believe that's Amy's mother. But there is this other spirits that have been coming around, and they're like, we understand. We only talk to you in having one person be the representative. And so we're trying not to, but I can feel this whole crowd following me. And it's like, we need to raise the vibration. It's time. It is like, let's take it to the next level, because they want to see if they can get enough people. We can start raising our vibration so that we can really bring in the 5D, because we got new energy coming in quick. We got Mercury retrograde that's coming in and ready to kick your ass. But I'm here. You don't have to be kicked. You have to just learn how to listen to your soul. Read it. Time to resolve, to evolve. Time to heal your shit instead of deal with it. And you can learn all these tools. So it's wonderful to see all you beautiful people. And that is good to see all that. Again, Spirit says to me, hey, there's some pets out there that don't feel all that well, or they just have some stuff going on. And I'm supposed to put it out there that pet readings. Okay, what does that mean? Well, just like when you guys come on. You guys come on and you say, hey, this is going on. And the more accurate you are with me, I'm not about fishing. I give two hoots about fishing. I hate that job. I can read the energies from any angle, from different perspectives. Now, the more you give me direction to say, oh, it's this area of my life, this is what's going on, I can go in and find out what it is. And I can zero it all the way back. Instead of having to do layers upon layers and loud pairs, we can go into groups and then get to where we need to go. Now it is time. It is time for you guys to understand. It's time for you to heal and to grow. And I have run across people that it's about the belief system that stops you. Now, remember, when your pets live in the same household as you, they're going to have similar issues. Now, they're going to have their own issues. Now, Charlie, my big cockatoo, he came to, well, actually, a spirit from the side came to me and says, do you know Charlie has an issue at 3 years old? And I'm like, and he's 10. Oh, so he had something happen to his environment, and he wanted to share with me. And it was actually very sad, because he always was grabbed by the back of the neck and, have to have his wings clipped, or he's got to have this done. And it was just scary because they put a towel over his head. But that wasn't the only thing. It was that he was forced to integrate into having sex with other birds. Come on, hurry up, make more birdies. And if you meet Charlie, he's very timid, he's shy, he won't eat in front of you. I think he's an introvert bird. Anyway, the point is like, okay, now that I understand Charlie just a little bit more, what can I do? And Spirit says, that's how you're going to bond. And you're going to learn how to, not just know your animal, but maybe find different ways to communicate. So, so I go up and I just be consistent. This is your mama. And I talk to him and play and we dance. Then I'll come up and I'll give him kisses and I'll run away. And he'll just look at me like, But at the same time, he's like, kind of like this woman. So we're learning how to bond. Again, very important to, Spirit says, okay, I did some research. I said what it is that we need to do. And Spirit says, hey, it's important to you to actually start labeling what it is you do. Well, I have Medicine Woman Solution. They're not all the solutions. It's a solution. And that's why there's no S on the end of it. I'm a medicine woman. But when you go to look at my rating or, like look me up, it's like, there's tons of medicine women, even the show. And so it's like, okay, Brenda Power, medicine woman. And finding the right combination of energy with the numerology and with all of the stuff for when you Google. Me and Amy had viewed a lot of people this week. Well, a couple for us and then on our sides, but on the side. And one of the things is that people do it for ratings and do it for money. Who am I? Well, I want to feed myself. I want to feed my family. I would like to have more than just a couple of shirts that I can swap out, I left everything behind. And when I came here, my husband that I have now is such a big blessing. And there's a big ringing in my ear. Somebody's hearing aids needs to be turned down. And then somebody else's ear is that you're picking up a frequency, left side frequency. Which frequency is affecting? It is one of the A sounds. So where do we need to rub? Oh, it's compelled to correct behavior. And so lung. So I'm just going to go and this is my lung point. This is a source point. Very important. Oh, see, it just disappeared. So somebody has been having some ringing in their ears. And for me, they're all individual. But for me, it was my lung point. Now the ringing has stopped. The new energies that are coming on the planet, they're going to affect you physically. Not temporary. But people are going to say, oh my God. Yes, it's important that you start learning how to take care of yourself with this way to live instead of the old paradigm. And I'll be teaching source point classes so that you can do the healing. What's the whole point? Well, it's very important to understand that, oops, my camera here. It's very important. Oops, now I can't, hold on. I'm messing with my camera, folks. That don't look right. That's even worse. Hang in there, Patricia. And TP. I don't think that made it any better, did it? Okay, so I also know that, why do I give you free healing tools? Wouldn't I want to create you to come back 1,000 times? No. It's way too much high maintenance. Way too much freaking high maintenance. I'm not into that. I'm not into the high maintenance. I'm into helping you resolve to evolve. I'm helping you into having, okay, so this perspective over here does not want to cooperate. That's what that's about. It's about, I want to give you tools. Yes, get the emails going. I better turn those on. Get the emails going. Have your questions. That gives me, when above the paid readings, yes, you can have paid readings. There's information up there for expediting. Where's it at? There we go. And that's where it starts. Oh, see, somebody asked me for a private reading, and I totally did not see that. I will have to answer them back. When was that? Oh, at 2:40 a.m. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay, so email me so that I want to know if you're serious. I have seen so many people that are not serious that want to take this information. And I don't just give this information just so that you can, you can take and do whatever you want, really. But I want you to know that you can be empowered. I want you to know that you can resolve to evolve your soul. You can resolve to evolve your shit. And that suffering is just a freaking option. I want you to be able to learn tools so that you can heal instead of deal with shit all the time. And I want you to stop being a program. I want to pull you out of the matrix. And I do different kinds of things. Oh, I can't afford you. Fine. We have soul coaching. We have group healings. We've got, why? Because good God, the more you heal me, the more you heal the world, the more we're going to raise the vibrations. It is so, so important. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Oh, look at all you guys. So let's see. Remember, share into groups. Get into groups. Deliberately pay it forward. If you really like this message, deliberately get into groups. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is Spirit wants to keep talking. Oh, thank you, Kevin. That's wonderful. He says, I'll look forward to learning from you. Yes, that's the whole point. You're going to get information that has been esoteric, okay, hidden. And it's been information that's been there wide open, but nobody can see it. You obviously are awake enough to say, you know what? I kind of want something different in my life to happen. I'm so tired of this same shit, different day. And yes, we're going to get you out of the matrix. But you have got to make a decision to do so. So what we're going to do is that we want you to first tell me where you're all from, just so I didn't realize how important it is. But my husband, oh, well, where did the people come from today? And it's like, it seems to be really important to have a conversation that me and my husband have. And so it's like, he keeps asking me and I keep saying, well, now I'm intentionally making sure that me and my husband evolve together. So wherever you're from, even if you told me before, that's fine, because I'll just look and read it. And this helps me to know where I'm going. Good. New York. Ooh, New York. So that's good. And what is your email? Oh, yes. Let me put that on there for you so that when you want to email your, oh, hi. Oh, yes. Okay. So it is medicine woman for you at dr.com. And that is for, give you the question. And then if you wanted to expedite, or I should say paid, then that would be PayPal. And that'd be bdepower.mw@dr.com. Yes, I'm going for my doctorate. And that's what I've been working steadily on for the longest time. So you'll see me in the room, and what it means is that Amy's playing me at this point. So it's sometimes her phone does things. I don't know if she's on her big computer or not. Now, we have been very thankful, Spirit and I, Spirit meaning the creator of all it is, but all of the angels, the helpers, the spirits, the guides, and all that are very thankful that you have been help supporting me and the work that I'm doing. And we're creating a movement. The movement is to wake up, but to be empowered, to have healing tools. So resolve to evolve and to heal instead of deal. That is what the message is. Down below, it should say, I'll get you a link. Somebody asked me, what's the PayPal thing? And just remember, if you're going to want to be on this journey with me, comment apparently a lot, because to get your ratings up, which I'm not all about, but I know it's a part of. And that is to, how do you want to put it? Making comments. They read it. I don't know what that specific thing's called, but they read it. And so talking continuously. I went on this one show. Oh my God, it drove me apeshit. Where are y'all from? And then she didn't even acknowledge people. Where are you? And then she'd say, okay, she goes, I don't know, what your address is, or I don't know what your, question was. And are you even here? And, so we must have answered 20, 30 times. And I realized, oh, and I started noticing all the questions about just getting the ratings up. And it's like, I want the ratings up, but that's too much work. Okay. Why don't I invest in that? That's not it. That's not who I am. I'm not in it for that part. So, thanks, LaRonda. Yes, I want to do, thanks, Danny. I want to make sure that I do these live at least twice a week. But Oh, I almost have enough money to get my website name, but the problem is that I've had people contribute information that haven't checked into my birth date and checked into the way the astrology sets that Jupiter affects me. So it's like I have to have a very specific name. And the problem with that is that when you look at the name and then you try to find it on Google, I'm known as Brenda Power Medicine Woman. I'm known as Brenda Medicine Woman. But if you look up Medicine Woman, you get difference. And if you get Brenda Medicine Woman, you get other people. And I know it's in the rankings and things. So it's like, what is in the name? Now, somebody said Medicine Woman Solution. And it's like, yes, but how do you find it? It could be a very specific brand name, but I am the brand. So this is all confusing to me. Oh my gosh, thank you. Larissa says, I just love listening to you. And that's what's important. Oh my God, I spent so much time. I don't mean to complain, but I'm really looking at the catalog of life. And this person spent 30 minutes talking, just putting links up. Ooh, England, Ontario. Ooh, New Jersey. Yes. I'm originally from Michigan, so just let you know. Let's see, Florida. Ooh, that's where my sister lives. And let's see what else. Maine. Ooh, yeah, algorithms. Duh. Yeah, that's the word. Good. I'm glad people have paid. We're going to get there, and people have questions. That's good. See, I want to know that you're serious. So there's a specific program you have to, for people that are really serious, but they can't really have a lot of money, but they're really serious at taking their health a little bit further. I do very specific soul coaching, and that way you can sit there and, it's not video. You have to, it's through just messaging. And what it is that, oh my God, and all right, I'll look. And every time I give a response, it's $2. And so then people will do the healing, and then I'll check, and then I'll say, nope, you didn't get it. Okay, so go back, or I can't think. So, okay, I'll show you what to focus on. This is the link. Here it's how it's connected. And it goes faster, quicker for you. You have to do all the work, but that gives you that sense of empowerment and that achievement. And the beautiful part is that you learn it. And when you begin to learn it, then all of a sudden you again get empowerment. And then you learn how to witness, and you learn how to, oh my God, my life's improving. I cannot express enough of how important it is to wake up and notice that what healing is, it doesn't mean you lose any of your identity. It just means you transform your health. Oh, I love the fact you just want to hang out. Port Huron. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, yes. Hey, Perkins. Look at all those wonderful faces. When I say faces, even though I can't see your pictures, you've got these beautiful souls that glow. It's just, it's really good. It's now, Kevin, tell me, no, listening and education is one thing. Did you say that you applied? Because I think I gave you points to hold, and all the points change, different things, but the point is that you don't have to suffer. People sometimes get so locked in the grid that with discouragement and there's no hope. I've been there. I've done that 1,000 times. And you don't have to. Arizona. Oh God, that was hot. Yeah. Especially when you are next to pavement, just you're like, you get a suntan under your chin. You're like, I should say sunburn, not tan. But the heat was just amazing. But totally different. Now, I don't know. I don't think you get humidity as much as other parts, but hot is hot. Now, again, hit the little love button. Find groups that you, what's he say? Agreed. Okay. Find groups that you can join. Now, again, Spirit has said to me, there are so much that it wants to talk about, but it's like, how do we get the message out there? And it's not something I want to constantly do, but I'll get there. And yes, one day I will have money allocated to, I want to see how organic I go. The compatibility. Now they're getting serious. One of the things that we do as children is that we experience our family and we view it through we don't have the logical mind. When we first come in, it's all about being in spirit. And then we learn through our environment certain conditioning processes. And we really just operate through the irrational, rational, logical mind, which doesn't make any sense. But we know what hurt is. And so we know what energy is. So for instance, I was just working with somebody and I says, we need to go back to feeling hurt. And I can't remember what it was, something else, some other negative emotion. And the flash that came up was, I was getting my diaper changed. And I said, And then as an adult, we rationally, oh my God, how dare you say I stink or any of that stuff. Well, for a little baby, if you're you think that when you carry on like you do about in front of your child, oh my God, you stink, you're so gross, but it's not in a cute way, but you do it in a very vicious, I hate the fact that I'm a mom type thing. You know what I mean? And you throw that energy out there because you just don't know where to do with it or how to resolve it. And when you throw that shit out there, especially the children that are coming in that are very emotional, you have the rainbow children, the crystal children. Oh, you got all kinds of children, diamond children that are coming in, and they're going to be opening that 4th and 5th and 6th, and they're going to be opening up that heart even further. And guess what? That shit hurts. When you feel power versus force. Power is love and beyond, and force is fear and below. And that negative energy, children feel the energy. And if you understand, energy pushes, energy overrides, energy hurts, and it's just amazing. Love different perspectives. Kevin says, I have decided to look at from a different perspective. I want to change my approach. I want to old paradigms. We were going to talk about paradigms today, but then Spirit said, focus on other stuff. I'm like, okay. But yes, it's so important to wake up and, say, oh, hey, Queen's here. How you doing? What does it mean really to wake up? And everybody has different levels of understanding. And when you take if you noticed any of your children, like Leslie says, my daughter is a crystal child. And when you have different levels of waking up, part of what I want to teach in some of my classes is that, where are you? Okay, it's not going to be easy to really define. I can find it immediately, but it's put it into English words and then translate it to you is I'm still at the beginning stage of that. How's that just for you? Okay, so who's here? No, somebody from the South is here. Okay, you are really got a heavy accent to me. Woo. Somebody's from the Minnesota area, maybe more towards Canada. You got the more of the A. Wow. So we must be raising the vibration, even though if there's only 10 people in the room. You guys must be really choosing to want to listen with your heart, because I can feel it raise. And you know what? It could be also the Queen Mother Goddess Opulence. She channels through some really high vibrational energies, and she makes such beautiful jewelry. So if you ever look at, I know she's on Facebook. Right now she's through YouTube. I can't remember how she goes. Opulent? No. You changed. I forgot which one you're going by today. Or I'm just remembering back from the radio days. But anyway, Canada. Yeah, got some good friends there. Just people all over. I love this. Oklahoma. Thank you. Yes, stroke my ego. Danny, you're right. Danny says both boys are incredibly sensitive. Charlie is more than Che. Charlie can't even be in the same room as negative energy. Oh my God. See, and that's the thing. I remember growing up. Holy crap. I could not understand. People said that they were happy, and I'm like, but you're not. And then if people could hear how negative they are, oh, I'm extremely happy. And I'm like, but it's negative. It was, oh, I swear to God, it was killing my thymus because I'm fire. And one of the things that fire people is that it's hard to say no. You got to learn how to get past that. But it just feels like it's killing your thymus. You're like, oh my God, I'm slowly dying. But see, we're done with these paradigms. These children are coming in because they're like, hell no to those paradigms. And those paradigms are nasty. They're hard to get rid of, but it's not if you begin to wake up. Now, how do we change out there? Your inner world creates your outer world. Point blank. That's all it is that you have to really look. And it's your belief systems that is the key that locks your hells into place. You want to break those prison chains? You want to get out of hell? You must change the belief. The more you change the belief, the more a miracle occur. And the miracle is just a shift in thinking. But how do you change a belief? You have to look at the emotions. And when you look at the emotions, you can't just sit there and be logical in your head. Your ego is going to try to control you. You got to remember, you created life at that ego level, and it's not going to allow you to go any further. Do you want to know why? Because you don't have any more information coming in. It's filtering just through the ego. And then when you begin to take that limbic brain and you start to take those chemical peptides that we've become addicted to, those emotions, and start to resolve them out, more of your authenticity starts to come forward. And you're like, why the hell did I get myself into this? Or why was I allowing myself to be treated that way? Holy shit, I still have the pain. And the thing is that you can be done with it. You can be done with it. I think it's just so hilarious. I'm trying to figure out why is it only 8 people here? Not that I'm griping, because you're all 7. You guys are wonderful. Now, one day we had the numbers up to 70. Didn't last. But I know my content has to be a hell of a lot more than some of these people out there. Not trying to be judging, but very discerning of looking at how they did it. Now it's 6. And so as this happened, we got 5 there. That's increased. And one of the things that I noticed that happened was that they cared more about the ratings and it was all about groups, and their pages and their links and this and that. And it's like, what am I resisting? Why is it that I can't seem to change that number? And that's what's important to look at is why. And so Spirit goes, okay, so the reason the numbers are going down, this is my inner world, creates my outer world, is that my reaction, because I don't want to do certain things. And so it reflects, and the universe says, oh, she's wanting to be famous or wanting to be doing the purpose because she doesn't want to do certain things. Cancel. We're going to have to show her, okay, we won't push you. You know what I mean? We won't push you. Okay, so I'm going to be healing that today. Where would that even sit? Oh, just about not wanting to trust. Okay, so last night, I'm in bed. I heal all freaking night long. I swear to God, it's like, when do I take a break? But I also know that's when my brainwave drops and all of a sudden information will just fly through and then I can just resolve it. It's like, but at the same time, I have a Fitbit and it says, hey, you're sleeping well. I'm like, how is that even possible? And part of me is like, I feel like I haven't slept, but yet I feel like I have. And it's about working with those brainwaves, working with your spirit. Hey, Queen, she says, interesting thought about traveling on the internet. Yeah. Oh, just had a conversation about that earlier, and you came into my thoughts about the process. Many of the people may not even want to deal with. Oh, yeah. And with Mercury retrograde, it's deciding if you want to move out of that paradigm. I mean, seriously, because you are meant to face all of the limitations that your soul has ever done or how you had conditioned. I love those hearts. And it's like, what are you supposed to do? And I'm giving you an answer. I had this another woman working with them, and what was interesting was that they couldn't get out of. I talked to them and I said, okay, have you ever, there seems to be some insecurity. And she says, oh, nobody's insecure. And I'm thinking, wait, do you even know what that means? She goes, yes. And then so she tells me, and I'm like, but you're here because you don't trust. And she goes, that's different. And I'm like, oh, it's how we define it. And it threw me off. I said, Spirit, why did you send this person to me? Because I'm not sure how I got, Spirit says, just get the cards. That's all she knows. I'm like, but okay. And then when I was with this, I know there was a new woman that came to view, and it's like, okay. I said, I'll take a card. And it's like, it's not that I go to these people, but when you get more into this, Spirit goes, ooh, sticks out the sore thumb. Go talk to this person. Hey, you happen to be with this person. Pay attention. And so it's like, okay, so this woman, she drew me a card, and I thought, well, that doesn't sound like me. Was into the past? Yes. Is there a past? And I couldn't get connection. I said, it's got to be a past program. But why did I choose to believe her? And Spirit says, it's not that you believe her, because you already know that she's more connected than some, because I can read the measure and check where they are and where they're pulling it from. And she's still a newbie, but she's pulling in better information than some people that have been doing it for years. And Spirit says, it's sticking like a sore thumb. And so, and I thought, oh, it's not even about the fact it's the reader. It's about that information that Spirit's going through that person, because even my enemy can give me a clue. And I'm like, but I healed out people that are my enemies. I just don't know how else to give you an example. And it was, I have an opposing force that stops me from being me. And I'm like, really? And lo and behold, I felt it. It's such an old program, because it's not hooked really inside my body as much as it's hooked into the paradigm of how men control. And it's not, don't take offense, penis guys. I'm talking about the yang. Okay, it is that it's meant to, because it's the level of consciousness as well. And it's like, we got to really get rid of this narcissistic energy. And we have to really, it's about the domination, the hierarchy. And it's so important, what we do. And Queen Mother says, I realize quality instead of quantity is an internet experience. Yes. I'm all about content. I love meat and potatoes. I love to make sure that people are empowered. And I was very surprised that people just are hanging on with a thread, and just one little word helps. And it's like, that's good. But I know, and you probably know that too, Queen, is that what I sound like to people that are not fully awake, oh, listen to that bitch pointing out my problems. I'm not pointing out your problems. I'm helping you understand what your soul is saying, what your body's saying, what your life is saying. It's talking to you. It has a message. It's a metaphysical meaning. And I'm into metaphysics. And I'm into that quantum physics. I'm into all of that. It's so, so important. Okay, so if you decide to astral project, understand to raise your frequency of your heart and your mind and spirit into the creator of all that is, and when you do that, you'll start to transform the negative ego's conditioning, because when you need that, you don't want to pick up anything from the astral plane if you're going to go astral traveling. It's not a bad thing to do, but try to get from the grid, from the bandwidth, because when you do that, and then you set that intention, and then you practice getting into that feeling and getting into that plane of existence, and then you can start to master that. You have to demonstrate because you'll feel more free, and then you can move forward. Oh, wonderful, James. Yes. Let's see. My mother-in-law said to me that Charlie always cries with her in her room. And it seems it just brings her work home with her. Oh, she always talks about it, speaks negatively about her. Oh, whoa. Yeah, okay. So understand that it has to do with when you see the out there, that is your first ring, especially if it's your kids, your husband, your animals. It's your first ring. If you don't have any of those, then it's your job. If it's in your face and it's getting you twangs, which is an emotional negativity below love, then understand that there's a program that's firing. And it could be an active memory, it can be units. And if those are happening, you've got to decide what part are you going to play into this. Now, are you going to be ego and just sit on the outside and say, oh shit, that's the effect size, that's the blaming and all of this. But as you begin to transform, you're like, oh, fuck. And then just stop and then realize that I have an emotion that's feeding that. And if I take my emotion off of it, would it still be alive? And would and then here's the thing. And once you begin to heal those cords, you can download new information that can actually help that environment out there. And trust me, I've been there, done that. And then there are some people that don't want help. That's fine. You have to learn that respect thing too. I think those who have large followings have followers that only are interested when they're going to find love. And so, yes, I agree that I believe that they aren't ready to find themselves. That's why I know that you're going to be, you all have these, you know that you want something more than what you have. You want to invest in yourself. You know that each level is so important with education because it's the brain begins to learn and it feels good. And it's like, oh, and so you're starting to break from that level of ego. Okay. And you stop over identifying with that and you start to find your true identity. And so you can stop and the, what do you call it? The attack of the brain. You can stop all of this and calm down. Where are we going with this? I'm sorry, I'm questioning spirits. They're like, they read something and they're answering. I said, but you didn't read it out loud. How does anybody know what you're talking about? Gotta get this one, sorry. Sleep. Okay, so I know that's a big thing. I'm going to be teaching classes on that. But at the same time, I'm also going to be putting up a link on my webpage. I haven't done it yet. So that you can start getting grasps on the levels of balancing your circadian rhythms, then working on healing your health within that time frame, because each of those organs that are at night, depending on when you sleep, you have the gallbladder, the liver, the lung, the large intestine, the stomach, and that's usually from 11 to 9, and spleen, I think, yeah. And what happens is that there's emotions in all of those, and each of them have a process to do, physiology. And if they are not able to do it, then you're going to feel it. And you are going to have sleep that's interrupted. And it's not always about stuff out there. Well, thank you, Betty. Spirit from the other side decided that's what they were trying to do me last week. And I'm like, just leave me alone. I took it all down 2 seconds before the show came on. And then this week is like, can I do your hair? And I said, go for it. And so then they go, okay, we'll do something different. Do you remember what you used to do in the old days? And I said, oh yeah. And then the spirit says, there. And then I walked out. Now here's the funny part is that, because see, I believe I need a crown, a tiara. Don't laugh, but I feel like I need some height. Anyways, so I'm saying bye to my husband. I go out there. He's like, hey, it's from the old days. There you are. I'm like, what was that? Did I misplace myself? Because anyway, I used to do shows and my hair was always like this or something. Jennifer, huge transformation after last night's session. For the first time myself and seeing myself, you're seeing changes. Oh, it's so good when you heal. Because when you heal, you not only do you feel more peace in your inner world, but you reflect out here, your inner world creates your outer world, and you start to see the universe working differently. Healing the universe is bringing to me what's helping me to move to the next step in my life. Oh, yay, Jennifer, Patricia, Bruce, yay! Oh, God, yes. Okay. Spirit says it's time. It's time. All right, so let's get this party started. All righty. What do we have here? We have Carrie Ann Plant. I feel my intuition. Oh, she got it. See, that's the thing. I keep forgetting to say when you pay, write your little thing there. I feel my intuition is telling me the diagnosis of the autonomic failure is just down to me being out of balance with life and stress. Before I begin, just to let you know, I had this psychic goes, oh yeah, I'm accurate, and then he's told the story about how this woman couldn't get pregnant, and he says because it's your stress, and he says I'm always right, not you. Go find out from your doctor. Do you understand that the stress is the number one thing? So you can just say that. You don't have to be psychic to know that stress is in everything. Anyway, I'm done complaining. So, yes, I'm going to, first of all, that was not a slam to you. It was just a trigger of a memory. You have listened to your intuition. Absolutely correct. Because you are ready to learn. And I love the fact that it was detailed because it was the autonomic failure. Well, we're going to look. Is that where you want to start with? Is the autonomic go in that direction? Yes. And then we're going to find out that out of balance and then stress itself. So, because some people don't realize that life has something to do with it. They just figure it's just stress, and stress is something you can't cope with. And that's not true. You know that. Now, Carrie Ann, where are you, sweetheart? All right, Carrie. That way, I don't really want her to miss it, but nope, she's not over there. She's got to be over here. Carrie. Oh, your reminds me of the Queen of God or Goddess. Yes, I felt that the other day. I think Egyptian. Oh, there you are, sweetheart. Okay, so did you want to call? Or did you want me to just do it this way, darling? Because I can do it this way. And you are absolutely right. We're going to find that little imbalance. And we're going to begin to, if you're ready to heal certain things, you can go farther. You can go farther. You know what? I don't like this. Again, Spirit has made an issue of it earlier. Well, the woman that did my hair. She's like, what'd you take that out for? I said, I didn't mean it. I don't even know if that's worse or better. Whatever. She's here. Okay, yeah, I just do it. Okay, that's fine, sweetheart. I'll do it here. Okay, I feel like I'm in Minnesota now. Okay, I was watching too much Fargo. They're looking. Okay, so that's funny because they opened up the Akashic records right in front of me. This is something your soul has not let go of for a while and it's been working on. It says that it's about that right and wrong. Now, what's important? You helped me let go of trauma in the last, and the boy that helped me. Good. So we have to look at the right and wrong. I need you to become fully aware of the vocabulary, the thinking process, because sometimes we have 41 thoughts per minute, and sometimes we do not pay attention to them. But all of a sudden, you may see, stop it. Okay, so the dead spirit says, your hair is falling. Stop it. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that, Carrie Ann. I just stopped the timer for a minute because she's like, this is an example. Oh, you're part of the clue. Gotcha. Okay. Do you have anybody in your life that, how do you put it, criticizes? You know, you're doing something, let's say your mother-in-law comes over, your mother or sister, you know, you shouldn't, and they judge something immediately. And so you're like, how do you do, when you were growing up, I feel like, how do you do the right thing? How do you do any of this? And they're saying that those thoughts sometimes will be of them, and you won't even know it's there because it'll be your voice, but it'll sound like them. And you will go and judge yourself whether it's right or it's wrong. Okay. She said, yes. Okay. They said that this is something you have been working on many lifetimes. And according to the Akashic records, you don't want to see something. So what is it you don't want to see? Oh, but because she hates it. Oh, maybe that's why I had to talk about it at the beginning. Okay, so like for instance, they're saying that energy, it's when somebody's lofty, they think they're superior, they have that criticism, they got that personality and that temperament. But what it does is that you have invested and said, oh God, I hate that. I do not want that. I can't tolerate that. Now you have just invested a lot of energy. So now this energy is and placed over here. So you don't want that to happen. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I don't want to have to constantly be telling you guys, give me ratings. I want to focus on you because I love you guys. I feel that it's so important that you're happy. I get to be happier. We all get to do it. Okay, so she said, I avoid that kind of person. Now your spirit said, okay, you've been there and done it. Let's do it another way because you want your autonomic nervous system is, I don't care. You're in your space. Everything's good. Your autonomic nervous system's going, it's coming. It's coming. Okay. And it's going to constantly be on the lookout because you have a knot. Okay. Because that knot's there and your nervous system is doing this. And you have then trained your immune system that says, oh, this is what I have to be. Like I grieved for so much. My immune system became, what do you call it? My immune system became grievance. So my immune system wasn't happy. It was grievance. And so that my body started creating inflammation because it said love is grievance. And so anytime that I had love, I would start to get sick. And anytime that I didn't have love, I had inflammation because there was grief. And I'm like, what? And I had to learn this. So we have got to help you let go of this big ball of, I don't like it. Put on a scale from 0 to 10. Give it a number, give it a color. Why do I ask for color? I don't really tell you guys this much. Left brain is numbers, right is color. And usually when you can't get rid of it and you can't feel it anymore, then it's usually in the eyes or the ears in your sensory system, and we can pull it out that way. So I've got these little tiny tools that you guys don't even know about, but I use. Once you look at this and you're like, oh my God, I mean, I really have invested a lot. We need to get your energy off it, take the wisdom out of it. That's part of what the healing does. And what will she just says, yes, do overthink and preconceive what's coming. Yes, it's because your immune system is, it's like being a center on a ship. Ooh, I got to look and see if there's no rocks in the water. But your environment can be so good. And I will also tell you, because they just said it, was that you also will attract in other people that will set that off because you haven't let go of it. You're the observer and you're like stuck. You cannot change that belief. And yes, you can, but in ego, you can't. So what's important to understand is you're going to let this go. Now, I can't remember, Carrie Ann, if we did hope therapy or not, but you got other tools that you can use. If I did talk to you about hope therapy, see, they says, notice what we talked about, and we're going to look at failure because you keeps trying. And so it's in your spleen, and it's a support system. So R2D. So right wrist, thumb, first, second. It's the second position. You put your thumb in the second position. See, not up here, not down here, not over here, and not over here. Okay. It's second position, finger here. And then nice and soft. You don't have to kill it. You just nice and soft. And then you got this. And you stay there. And you look at the color. You look at the number. But then you're like, oh, my God. I want you to so focus on that. And you're going to preserve all the necessary learnings, and because you already are hearing my voice, you're already being cued into understanding that you have permission to give yourself. And if you need outside permission, I give you that permission to heal yourself. And understand that we can take that out because you already know what their cues are. And if you haven't, I'm just going to finish this off. Watch their behavior. If they give certain cues of their behavior, understand it's their issue. They can't cope, and the only way they can cope sometimes is to correct you so that you cope. And you have it. It's your issue. If you know that, and you're like, oh my God, does that bother you? Oh, I'm so sorry you don't like the fact that I've got clothes that I didn't fold yet. Did you know what I learned today? I learned EFT. Let me show you it. And so you can then cope, handle, and deal instead of just going, oh. That's if it depends on how you want to deliver it. Oh, goody, 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 Carrie Ann. That means you're going to get further. And when you're done, make sure it's 0 and the color is clear or white. I want you to start witnessing, because some of you that have been with me haven't been with me very long, but you have started to see mountains move and you're becoming happier because suffering is an option. Good job. She was, yes. I have started doing that, looking and knowing it's not me, but I don't say much. Wow, just need. Okay, and the thing is that you don't have, you were trained because some people installed them, and then your response is so that now you train that's how they can speak to you. But it's learning that respect boundary, and then when you start to heal those, then the boundary starts to come clearer because you're going to go, oh my God, you know what? I'll come back when you're done. Or you can get clever what you say, or you just like, oh my God, I forgot to go pick up my underwear, or I forgot to go eat today, or you can just be legitimate and say, I got to go to the store. I don't care what you say, but you don't have to participate in that. That's for anybody. Let's see what we have next. And the next person on the list is James. James, I can't tell how many minutes that you paid. I'm assuming you sent 14, but no, you didn't send 14. It's that transversion, because sometimes so there's that old belief system, 11 minutes, and then there, so I don't know what the conversion if you sent 9 and it come out like that. How much did you send? That's important, because see, now LaRonda's came up right. Sometimes it doesn't come out right. So LaRonda will be next after James, and then after LaRonda would be Uplifting Tarot and Reiki. I don't know how much you even paid either. All right, so when you come on Uplifting, let me know how much you paid so that I can understand what it is. Set the timer for. So Mr. James. Oh, you sent 10. Okay, so understand it's $9 for 6 minutes. And so I'm just going to, I'm sure I'll go over anyway. Now, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to call? Do you want me to do it here? How do you want me to do it? Oh, okay. Send an email under. Okay. That would be good, LaRonda, because then I can see it. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm so worth it. As my husband says, I know. That was so nice of you, James. So do you want me to just pick and choose? Because they said that you have to vent. Oh, there it is. Medica's new. I don't know who that is. New girl was wondering about that made me very happy, and also wondering about the James. Okay, was wondering about that made me very happy. Wondering what made me happy. I'm glad you finally got a girl. Oh, she does make you happy. Well, first of all, she treats you with more respect. I don't feel, oh, turn it, no, I did. I don't feel like, remember the last one was a narcissist. This one gets you because I feel in a way that she knows that you don't deserve to be spit upon, treated that way. And you are definitely more aligned with her. You carry this discouragement, though, that something's going to happen. Okay, so we have to help you heal something, James, so that you can stay with this new girl, or at least attracting that newer girl without having to have that drama. And you go into discouragement because you're so used to being irrelevant. There's a filter that says, oh, God, I'm so used to women. Not all, but that's how your brain lumped it, because it's trying to predict. It's all the brain does is predict. And it's like, oh, okay, so you would need to do R2S, because you're like, I'm trying to center myself. I don't want to be irrelevant. But, and then the but is the memory of how you were treated so badly in the past. And that's what they're telling you to do, is that it's R2S. Okay. Let's see what else. You personally are done feeling bad. You have to stop investing into your story. Now you can have your voice, you can own the story with your voice, but the emotions can be taken off of it, because when you begin to evolve in that new relationship with this girl, you don't have to have that old energy pop up of the story. Okay. And the energy is those emotions. And they're saying with that story is that you great disdain. I do not like them. I have contempt for them. And that's the same thing as a not. You're like, all right. So you invested in that, but they're saying that it's an auto response. You're not even aware. And they're telling you, for one, you need to educate yourself, which is very simply. Let's say you and your new girl are doing your thing, you're hanging in the kitchen maybe, or you're doing this, or the kids are over there, and you won't realize that you are going to be doing your thing, and all of a sudden an auto response is going to be, oh, I saw that. Now, relationships for any and all have to do with the fact is if you keep any of that, you're going to build up a hate factor, a resentment factor. It's a file system of all of your defenses and your pains and your anguish, and you're comparing and saying, did they do anything? No, okay. Yeah, see? It happened to me once. She just did it. Oh, I gotta put that in my file system. Remember that for later. Okay, this is not how to protect the heart. This is the old program of the ego, and it's asking you to resolve it out because you don't want to F it up with this. And they're saying that you are trying to do everything you can to protect that heart. You're going to go R3D, pushing in deep. And think about what I just said. Put that on the scale from 0 to 10, because that girl, again, way better alignment. And you guys got an opportunity. What? An opportunity to grow. You're trying to get my attention. What about it? I will address that. Good point. They said that you have an underlying of worry. Okay. And is it towards the new girl that the old one's going to F it up? Or you're going to F it up because of the old thing. And they said that, how attached are you to the old one? And they said that, so you want to, okay. So this new healing tool is the idea is that sometimes you get bullied and you get this disdain and you get thrown off. Put your finger here, put your finger here. Okay. This is the governing and the central. And you're going to rock back and forth. It doesn't look pretty when you're talking. And you do that for a good 30 times to 50. Think of those feelings. Think of that person. And it'll start shaking it out of the egg that is around you. Okay. Good. And then it'll just start to break those old habits. What about it? And then you're going to come up some old wounds where you feel like you're deficient in the relationship. And they said, that's just R1S. R1S. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yes. Thumbs up, loves up. All good. Comments. What do you think of that reading I just gave him? Because I would like to know. I think I need to have feedback. Otherwise, I get very weird about not wanting to see it. Great. Good. Spot on. Thanks, James. Yes, you're going to do well, honey. I know that your mom must be getting proud of you. She already is, but she wants you to grow. You get there. I love you too, James. And, he came to me when he was young, and he's growing up. He's a man now. Good God, he didn't come to me too young, but he's got 2 babies. Okay, next person. Good afternoon, Drea. Okay, then there's now we're going to go to LaRonda, and LaRonda said she sent, let me find it, Durrani. Yes, question is, I have had a lot of bitch slapping going on. Really, not always sure why, but is it going to get better? Or maybe spirit can say why, or why am I supposed to be learning? Yes, oh, absolutely. This is the ones I love. Okay. And just so that after Ronnie, remember, it is uplifting tarot and Reiki. Do tell me how much you paid, and tell me what it is you want to talk about. So, Miss Ronnie. So, bitch slaps, I won't turn the timer in just yet. A bitch slaps is that you have not changed some part of your temperament, your personality, a belief system, an emotion. It can be a limited decision, a limited belief, but these are the things you don't know you need to know, but you need to know them. And the universe is trying to get you to listen to the body, listen to the universe, trying to get your attention. Yeah, I'd like to work with your mother. Okay, ready? All right, so why are these bitch slaps? Does all of them have to do with something similar? Disapproved you are of yourself, of others? You're moving to a different space. Okay, so this is definitely an old habit. It's a filter that sits over you. And now the spirit is saying we need to have you look at a different perspective. You're in the position of having some authority, and therefore it is looking at that and disapproving. But the problem is that it goes back to the mirror. The mirror goes back to when you were younger, that says is that I'm supposed to be in panic, then I'm going to F it up. So the auto response is that so you're hitting your arrested development. So something you haven't developed from. And so you don't know, it's you stunted growth. Okay. Like you're not able to, something with, oh, it's something that you told me this morning. That's correct. What did you say to me this morning? You said, okay, that's a good point. Okay. So inside in my head, I'm going to translate it out is this. I can't go, I can't do this because he won't let me, or I can't do this because I'm in a relationship, my partner says this, and this is part of that old paradigm that's about, you don't realize you're looking for approval, but it's not about his approval, it's about your father's approval, your mother's approval when you're little. And there's a party that's like, but I don't, and it is, again, it's the things you need to know you don't know that you need to know, okay? And it's part of that arrested development. So if I look, there's a part of you that says, okay, I'll do it right so that I get their approval instead of their hate. But at the same time, it's not that I just did this looking for approval. In this case, it is, I'm going to do it right so I can get approval so I don't get that old bad reaction. Does this make sense? Okay. But then you come up against with it, I can't figure it out. Literally, there'll be whatever you're doing, okay, this whole process will kick in. And all of a sudden you're like, I just can't figure it out. And that's you can apply it to how to cook supper that night. I just can't figure out what I want. I can't. It's a feeling. It's not basically on any subjects. It is a feeling. It's like I can't figure out how to, but it will be based on other things. So to heal out that you don't realize that you're looking for approval, but you're looking for approval, but because so you don't get somebody to act mean to you. And they said that if you can do R2S, right wrist, second position, soft. If you don't know what that is, go to my webpage and get the link. Stubborn. Oh, she was accused of that? No, looking at it. So how you look at people, they're stubborn. So now Spirit is saying take it a little step further. You get to look at the kaleidoscope of stubborn, and you get to redefine from your angle, from their angle, from everybody's angle. And have you ever been stubborn? Have you ever been told you're stubborn? Because stubborn it's time for it to move out. And this is part of that creating the emotional quotient to be higher, the mental quotient to be higher, not intelligence, the mental. And then the rest of it is about retraining yourself to have a different file system. And then you'll have a different response. Interestingly enough, they're talking about suspicions. And if you feel like you have suspicions, understand this is coming from when you're 4 years old. Now, I have no problem having, when people say they have a gut reaction and you should trust it, but it isn't good if it is based on old programs that told you you can't trust. And in this case, you have a story. And that story, what is this about? You have some pictures, so you should do some censoring, eye accessing. And these pictures are awkward. I don't know if I'm going to say anything. That's awkward. And it's like you have pictures. If you were to think about awkward and you're like kind of letting your mind drift, you may go back to, I remember when I was talking to somebody and I just didn't really want to say it. I can see it stuck in one eye versus the other, and then you can do healing with that way or set up an appointment with me. Now, what's interesting is your triple warmer goes off, and this is the one that causes all your breathing issues. It's like, okay, the triple warmer says this will stem back to when you wanted approval, but you knew you did not want hell. How do you speak? How do you talk? How do you do things? And so then it goes to how you feel that if you're worth. What is your worth? Because the last thing you want to be made is made feel worthless. And sometimes people project their emotions, or they just look at you and you're like, because they disdain or have that worthless energy, they have to put how they cope onto you. That's how they cope onto you. They don't have tools other than that. And you're like, oh my God. So we had to calm that triple warmer down. How would you want to do that? And that is that you would go R3. We're on the right wrist today, people. That third point. Okay. Because it's about holding it soft and putting it on your head and thinking about all of that. Insecure, worthless. I can't really get my results, and it's just, you got to heal some of these things to wake up, because there's more to the story, but that's all I can cover in 6 minutes. Again, okay, LaRonda says, yep, makes sense. Now, if any of you feel, oh, good, gosh, you're amazing. Oh, thank you. If any of you feel like these readings sound like you too, that you understand you carry emotions that are similar. You carry patterns that are similar. You've got paradigms and things that are similar. Understand that. And so these healings and things like this may work for you, but personally, you probably need your own. But at the same time, you have to look at it. Now we're going to talk to uplifting tarot and Reiki. Love guidance around buying a car. Aw, okay. So in a card reading too. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, P.S. Your hair looks great. Thank you. Okay, so love guidance around buying a card. And then and a card reading too. So before I go, what kind of cards? Don't I have them here? Oh, they're down below. What do we have? ones? Okay. No? And here? No? Now oh, okay, got it. Okay. We're going to look at the love aspect of it. And what would be what she's asking? Every time you go up to a car or think of a car, there's an incompatibility issue. And that has to do with the fact that there's a habit. And the habit is a very low frequency that is stating that you can't figure something out. And when you go further, you feel like you feel, which direction is that? Okay, the word's rejection. Where is it coming from? From the car, from herself, from what other people would think. So notice how in the past, if you've ever bought something for yourself, that it has to do with spirits to stop the timer. I gotta first see if the person's here. Are they even here? Oh, thank God. All right, so let's go back to that. So far, does that make sense of your reading? Because where are we at? Okay, go back to that. All right, so it's not that you care what other people think. Oh my God, my stomach's like freaking turning right now. Oh, hold on, I gotta figure out what this. Why is your stomach turning? Oh my God. Self-abuse. Okay, so you must have done something. What age? There was something at 3, and then another one at 15. Oh God, that the vibration was so disturbing because, okay, why? Because you were in alignment with what you love to do and was doing or buying, and then somebody told you that you were incompatible with it. Somebody gave you information about something that was bullshit because it was you that meant to come in alignment with it, and you were, but they told you no, and then they convinced you that it was all wrong. And so then you could see what they saw, and you're like, oh, they're right. And that kind of threw you, if that makes any sense. Were they? And if you didn't do this, then you'd get a talking to, they'd get hysterical in some way, they would somehow project. Does this make any sense to you? Because literally those emotions, I mean, it's very annoying because it throws you, it makes you ungrounded, and it's flipping my stomach because you're being made irrelevant of whatever your choice is. Again, this is so long ago, it's about how. So when I'm looking at your guilt, so what makes you not really want to connect with what it is you want is there's guilt based on those experiences. If that's the case, now it's a habit. And then you throw yourself into buyer's remorse even before you buy it. Really? Where would you like her to address? The lung? Because these are your self-imposed. Oh, you're meeting your self-imposed limitations. Oh, so you're going to say, hello, Okay, so I don't know if you're interested in the holding of the points or not. You can tap that out. If you want some points, I'll give you that. But understand. Yeah, okay, good. The first one is R1D, right wrist, first position. But this time your thumb's going in deep. Okay. And if it happens to lighten up, that's okay. It's mediocre. It's hitting both of the organs that are there. And that's a good thing sometimes. But it is this feeling of feeling low. And it is like your go-to feeling. And the limitation then makes it so that you start living the way they want you to, and you won't even realize you're doing it until after it's done. Does that make sense? That means you have to catch yourself after. Keep catching yourself until you get really good at catching yourself beforehand, and you'll start to remove the limitation. But it is also waking up to that you just feel your limitation. I can't because And then you're going to have to heal that emotion, okay? That's what a self-imposed limitation. It's like, I can't because, and it's that feeling. I mean, it literally feels like you can't move. What else? Oh, that's right. And it relates back to what I didn't say before was self-abuse. So it's better to abuse yourself by making you feel less than loved, deprived, and so it's, you don't even know you're doing it. And again, people, we have these habits we do, and there's nothing wrong with them except for they're making you less than. It says, the best way for you to jump back to really heal it, and you hold R1D, is pout. Okay. It'll help call in the little girl that got hurt. And then run with it. Just stay there. Again, put on a scale from 0 to 10 and give it a color. 10 is what you want it. You get it up there, and the color can be anything and all things. So you'll see all these. If you pay attention and you're like, you'll actually begin to feel the thought patterns calm down because the emotions are changing. You'll see the color change, and you're actually reclaiming your power. Can't what? What are you trying to tell me you can't do? Can't do self. Can't. You can't really scale it. That's okay. Just how do you know it? How do you know that even exists? And once you begin to know how it exists, maybe you can find words, and maybe it's not numbers, and maybe it's not color, but we haven't practiced enough to know that. Nope, I'm getting to it, Tiffany. Very good. Okay, thank you. And I want to give her card reading. So she paid for a card reading. So we're going to give you a 3 card. This is something Spirit told me to do. Big ass deck. We're using the Archangel Power Tarot deck by Dorian Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay. My fingers on it. Okay. So. Oh, well, we already got a card. Whoa. These are the 2 cards you want? Yes. Okay. Well, you get one more. Half the deck. I didn't even get... Okay. Which deck will we pull from? This one. Half the deck. Which one do we pull from? And then we go a little bit further. We don't pull it yet, they said. Oh, flip them. Gotcha. The 4 of Ariel and the Wheel. Okay, so when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. Okay. Understand that when it comes to, like, for instance, buying this car, if you're so used to receiving the negativity, then it's going to be hard for you to say, I'm going to open my heart to receive the good. And you have to begin to heal that heart. And would you want her to really? Yeah, and that is L1D. Left wrist. Oh, finally left wrist, first position, nice and deep. And when you do this, I want you to think about how you can't really receive good because you know that good equals bad, or that good, what I think's good, somebody's going to criticize. Okay, that's an association. That's what our brain does, and that wants to be healed. Now, so that's happening. The Wheel is new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So when you begin to heal, they're saying then you can have different happiness, but that's why you have to be dedicated. Now, as I begin to ask Spirit, pick a card for her, and it's this one. And the reason they said wait was because they wanted you to talk. It says the King of Ariel. Success, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. So is this all on the same subject? No, this card is separate. So those 2 were together and this card is separate. So whatever subject you're doing, you're going to be successful at it and stable and accomplished. I feel like that's an overall card, where these two is that if you heal the heart, then you're going to have these new beginnings to feel and to love and to be different. So that is what I do. Cards. Lost my window. Okay. We are going to go into Leslie Maltese from your mom. Okay, so we're going to set the 1 minute. We're going to do the 1 minute reads. So it's going to be Leslie Maltese, Patricia Hinson, Daniela Dowdy, TP, and Kevin. And then there's more. Just again, that's the first lot there. So Leslie, Patricia, Danny, TP, Kevin. And I didn't put over here, but if anybody is in the YouTube and you want to have a reading, 1 minute read, then just email me. And Amy, if you can get on that'd be great. I can't tell if you can get on there, but it's Medicine Woman, the number 4, the letter U, @dart.com. Okay. For my mother. Oh. Okay, so she's a little resistant coming through. Not that she doesn't want to come through. That's not it. There's some type of shame feeling that's causing. She's got duct tape over my shoes. I don't want to talk about it. So I don't know. I feel like this is something that weighs on her. Not that she's reading from you. Sometimes Spirit reads all about you, but this is about some type of relationship. She says there was a lot of insecurity she had in Earth, and that she had a lot of self-hatred, and she feels like she's passed that on so that you will end up doing it to yourself. She showed me, like, I don't understand, like cataracts, something, smoking her eyes, something that she just can't see. She says, I'm unable to see properly. And it had a lot to do with the habits that she chose and the identities that she chose to be, which caused the not able to bond properly. Does that make any sense? We haven't had one of those like that in a while. Curious. Thank you, Kayla. Okay, so Leslie, you got your reading. Tell me if it was any good. Next up. Whoops. Get the right window. The next up is Patricia Hinson. And then after that is Danny. And if these are anything's correct, you let me know. Okay, so Patricia says, I lost my job Friday. Will I get it back? Okay. And in this case, will she get it back? Not likely. It's a 50% chance. The reason that you lost your job, some regret, there's a dealing of awkwardness. Is this fresh? This is old. Is she moving into a new direction, or does she need to get back in that path? So you need to get back into the path, but something stopped you from having that job at that point, and it had to do with something being awkward. And this particular time period, it was something to do with 23, something you don't want to go through again. And that is that you obsessed about something and it became a habit, which then caused the energy of the relationship that you're in to set a tone of feedback. And the feedback was to lose your job, but it was the, oh my God. So they said that you're stuck in a you're looking for something. Are you not getting enough praise? Are you not getting accolades? There's something that you're not getting, and that your soul is saying we're looking for, because it's hard for you to invest energy into something if it's just, what do you call it? Just low. Yeah. Danny. Okay. So seems silly, but I wanted to see if I can see any issues that maybe blocking my math ability. No, it's not silly. People ask me all the time. I have this issue transmuting numbers during math to solve problems. Oh, sounds like my brain. And since I now have to test in this, oh my God, 300 level, yikes. Okay, this issue is becoming more and more prevalent. I absolutely have to have this class and would like to do it the first time around instead of having to take several more classes and do things I already know. Okay. Yes, you can. So when it comes to having problems with numbers, it's the left brain and it's an identity that you have. And the identity is about egotistical people expanding their freaking energy and then making you feel wiped out. And then how they feel made you reject it. So this came about when you were 2 years old. So because it's like people exerting themselves, interrupting your space. This is related to what happened to you just recently in your home. It makes you go into helplessness. And so when your left brain begins to look at numbers, it says I, and you can't find peace. And so because you can't find peace, the numbers jumble up. And then you go into, I'm supposed to make a decision. I got to keep myself safe. It's just like when you try to get the answer, it doesn't want to come out because they said that it goes into an emotional, what is it? You know, I need to learn to write. To be what? I have no freaking idea what I wrote there. Give me another word for it. Action. Okay, so your small intestine is holding the energy that it has to become indifferent. And the thing is that you've attached yourself to the oh my God feeling, and that doesn't allow yourself to move. So there's a lot you can do there. So Teresa Perkins, Kevin, and then Leslie. Wait, I already did Leslie. Okay, so now we don't count. Okay, so Teresa Perkins, Kevin, Nicole, Lori, Amy, and Stephanie. Yes. Okay, so Miss Perkins, any help for moms? She's in a lot of pain. Oh, either twisted or broke her ankle or, ooh, ouchie, ouchie. Energetically, yeah, there's things that we can do. All right, so when it comes to the ankle, oh, there is damage. It's up to about 6. Okay, so out of 100, it's a 60. It's a lofty energy. So she was thinking, there was something she was thinking about, and she was having this lofty conversation in her head, how she's going to be headstrong and take care of it. And then all of a sudden she lost her footing. And so her happiness started to go away when she was thinking about that. And her ankle, she didn't want to repeat something she did not want to repeat. So she was doing this right and wrong inside of her head. Now, with that in mind, do you want her to do this? These ones. Gotcha. Let's hope the camera don't freaking go, because last time I hit the cord, the camera disappeared. So the spleen energy, now she's got to work around that because it's right there. You need to tonify the energy. Where do you think she should tonify? I'm going to give you just another second. Where do you want her to tonify? Do the opposite ankle. Okay. I know it sounds strange, but you got meridians that are on both sides of the body, and we're going to balance the one. Now, is there any magnetic issues? No, it's just that there's not energy going through that, but you can't really touch that. And if you can, that's fine. Then you slowly pat it. Okay, so if you're able to touch that ankle, then do so. But if it hurts, don't touch it. What you're going to do is they want you to work through the gallbladder one, which is right there. And I can't see my screen. And it's like baby toe, go up, and there's the point, okay? And you'll feel it, the bone, and then you dip your foot in, or your finger into the indent, and then you rub it on the opposite ankle. Now, if you can do it on the other side, then you do it softly. Just slowly pat the energy on that side until you can get the moving. And now, if you can tolerate a little more, then just rub it, good 30 times, but you can't, that's fine. The other part of the foot is to get the energy moving up. There is, how am I going to put it? Right here is the spleen. Okay, if you rub on the outside of that big toe, and bump is rub all along there, that'll start bringing the immune system come through to start repair. And if you were to go behind the ankle, there's the bone, and you go behind it, that's the kidney. And there's one on the opposite side, so if you're hanging on the Achilles, there's the bladder. And if you can start to get, again, try on the one that's good, and then slowly see if you can work on the one that's upset. Because there's a lot of lofty energy stuck in there. So it's like, ugh. So how she was thinking was really affecting how she was doing it. Again, if any of this makes sense, please let me know. That would be great. Now, Kevin, are you here, my darling? Life-changing experience just took place for me. It's been rough, but I'm going to take it by the balls. Any messages from Spirit? About this conversation, Spirit. Kevin, understand, first of all, you know that you're loved. You're deeply loved by Spirit, that you've been guided. You have meant to be thrown out of that path and into another path because that path didn't work for you anymore. And you are learning how to become more you, because you couldn't be you when you were younger. Like, you can't be that. Well, now it is time to find you. And because if you're under pressure to be that part, your body's like, I can't do this anymore. And you're meant to find the love, find the joy, find the peace. And that is going to link you up to people. Now, they're saying that probably the best thing for you to do is do the golden lasso. And if Amy can find it on my website and send it to you, that'd be great. But the golden lasso, and that one of the things that does is that you'll throw it out, you bring it to you. You're going to be able to look and address all of the negative things that says you can't have it. And then you just tap those out, or put your hand in your forehead. Do both. It'll make an incredible difference. And you can create a compatibility, because you're going to move into more of who you are. And that's going to mean that you need to kind of let go of people that no longer serve. Remember, if you like it, or if it makes sense to you, please comment. Let me know. Does this reading that I give others make any sense to you? That would be wonderful. All right. So Nicole, Lori, Amy, Stephanie, and Fran. Nicole says, okay, I would love to have a message from Spirit if drawn. I'm in a relationship who I believe may be the twin flame, and is wondering if Spirit has messages for me to help our relationship. All right, well, when I'm talking to spirits, sometimes spirits just want to talk, but I'm just going to ask spirits to talk about that. Okay, and Spirit says, get the cards. Okay, I'll do that. And what we'll do, okay, there they are. Never mind. I'm good. Found my cards. Hit the timer. So in this relationship with this person that you have right now, it is nice and strong. Does it have to do, you are beginning to understand each other and grow. It's not necessarily at this time have you developed the alignment to allow yourself to really know if you're twin flame. You can go to other psychics, they can tell you other stuff, but this is what I know about a twin flame. I'm with my twin flame, but when at the time I wasn't allowed to know, he wasn't allowed to know, and it wasn't until later that we started working through our shit that we did. So when it comes to this relationship, they said that express your love. It is learning how to just do romantic gestures, and it is to be silly, fun, and be a child. It is definitely true love, and it is something that you have been waiting for. And they said that let go of control issues so that it doesn't interfere. And that is understand why you had control issues, why you would have any, heal the emotion that would cause you to have the control issues. Lori, I'd like to know if the acne and my past related of not moving forward and causing me to be blocked. Where am I blocked? Where can I be unblocked? All right, Lori, we'll try to do that in a minute. Wow, my stomach. Kevin, I felt that love. Okay. But that can't counterbalance what I just picked up. Okay. Get free and clear here. Wow, Lori. All of a sudden I just went blank. That means, not that I can't get information. I'm saying that's what I feel the energy about you. Hold on. Not moving forward. Okay. Okay. And before I begin, Leslie, I had already done a reading. You're like the first. If anybody can do a timestamp, if you can holler out different timestamps to let me know when I switch over to another person, you know what? That'd be so great, people, because people will ask me. I think it's their job to find where they're at. But people will bug me and ask me, and then I go and I have to spend 15, 20 minutes finding out. And it's like, I already gave you a free 15-minute or 1 minute free read. Now I've got to go and do all this. But that's just part of my nature, but I'm actually losing more time. So if you timestamp, if I forget, holler it out, 135. And this is Lori M. Does the acne in the past have to do with why she can't move forward? Absolutely. Why is it? Because you have a compatibility issue. The compatibility is every time you expand, somebody's ego gets offended. And then when that happens, and all of a sudden it's like you repulse because you're like, you have a program that says, oh, good God, no. And you resist this. And so then the acne has to do with the fact because I don't want to face it. I don't want to face it. I don't want to face these people. I got to have some good reason. And so since you can't say no, since you can't seem to break that energy with these people, your body then says, the body says, oh, and then it helps discourage you from going out there. So it's trying to help you. So that your acne is trying to tell you that feels helpless. It's an overtime helplessness thing. So your acne is saying, I'm so used to this. I'm so used to this. I'm so used to this. And if I ask why the acne, what it is so used to, and is that you're so used to criticism. And they said that you're so tired of it and you don't want to deal with it anymore. The criticism, your body goes, I gotta, and then it goes into, what do you call it? Remember, these go into meridians. So criticism is about kidney. And then if your toxins are off, then it's going to be off. It's going to cause these things. See, so Leslie, if you see where, it says medicine woman Brenda, but it says about 120, that might have been where yours was. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys writing those down. Help me out. Amy, do your job. Okay. Yes, just send the email for the free reading. Oh, there's no problem. There's people walk away, take a piss, phone has issues. That's fine. It's just I'm trying to find a better way so that we can, all of us can receive well. Next person is Amy. Amy Schmoes. Why did my friend call me? What does it mean in my life now? Good point. And aim, I love the fact that you spell it now that you're aiming in the direction. So why did this person call her now? Now, before because Amy and I work together. So the thing is that Amy's been moving. Oh, she's since June. It's like I'm not that person anymore, and she knows it. I don't really want to go be back to that person anymore. Okay, first of all, Tiffany, according to Australian rules, when it comes to psychics, we're not supposed to help people that have lost things, and I have no idea why. But at the same time, I can tell you why you've lost it. And then once you heal and find that, usually when I lose something, what will happen is that spirit will tell me, you're not finding it until we want you to find what you were looking for before. Sometimes it's a piece of paper. And then I will then go and look, and then all of a sudden I'll find 5 different things. And then I'll say, is that enough stuff that I'm looking for? Yeah. And all of a sudden there it is. It's like, So sometimes we can blink them out because we create consciousness. Our consciousness creates. So if we begin to understand that we have everything to do with our own reality, then you can understand why certain things would pop in and out of existence. So you have to, if you want a 1 minute read so I can do that specifically, that's fine. Now, I'm sorry to, so Amy, you ready? The reason why that has stuck out like a sore thumb, came into your fifth space, is that you are learning to take something that you felt very attached to, and as a program of who you were, and it was very egotistical at the time, and you're like, it's like casual talking. Yeah, you got to reject that person because they're such an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. And they're saying you're cleaning up your talk. You're cleaning up your thinking pattern. And part of what you have to clean up is a reminder. So as this person comes forward, and yeah, it'll feel like, oh yes, familiarity, yay. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait. And then you just have to listen to the rhythm. What are we talking about? What is the behaviors we're doing? What is it that is less than love that I need? Because sometimes a comfort zone needs to be healed. Sometimes some familiarity needs to be healed. And in this case, they said yes, and that would definitely be L2S. L2S. All right, and Patricia, with what doesn't make sense, that is where you would have a further reading so that then we can connect the dots even further. Okay, take the what's good or what you got, and then let spirit it help you, and then maybe lead it, and you'll get answers later. So you got Stephanie, Fran, and then Pili. Let me just double check. We're all good there. No more pay because what I offer now is like for $5 if you want 3 cards, and I just deliberately pick 3 cards and try not to do the other part of that. Spirit wants to talk differently. I've lost the page. There it is. Stephanie, is it Pramalee? Have been having a bad time. Aw, there's a message for me from my loved ones on the other side. Yeah. Okay. She needs a message, people. What do you want me to do? These ones? No. I don't know if I have this ones. No. Yes. Oh, okay. Can you identify yourself at all? We only got some representatives for all. So there's like, they're showing me 10 people. There's 10 people behind me. And these 10 people say, we love you and understand that I'm surrounded by animals. So they're saying that if you had lost any animals, they have animals there. They said that you're on Earth School and that you're in a situation. Oh, thank you, Betty. We have been totally, they've come in your dreams. And they said that what's important, that one, life is a series of choices. Choose love. So when you're feeling that way, they said use tool. Oh, okay, I'm assuming that's EFT if you're going to hit me in the head. EFT, transform it out. It goes through all the emotions. They said slow down. Okay, I am. They says we will be together soon. Doesn't mean that, hey, you have to die to meet them. They could be born, or they can come in a dream, or they can come in your space. Understand that it's a vibration that is so different. Our eyes can't see it, and we may be able to feel it, but our eyes can't see it, but they could be sitting right next to you. Sometimes if you're like right now, I hear popcorn. Eat popcorn. I'm going to sit there and watch a movie with you. There's something like that. Very familiar. Okay? Ooh, those are fun. Fran, and then Pili. Fran, may I have one? Yes, you may, and you have no questions, sweetheart, but yes. Okay, so, no? Hey, Fran, sweetheart, if you're here, do you want to talk to somebody on the other side? Oh, thank you, Tammy. Remember to like the page, get notified first. That's good. And if you're in YouTube land, you go ahead and like, share, whatever it is that you do. I don't know what you do over there. And Franny, you're going to get these cards. Miss Fran, it says, I'm standing right next to you right now. And this person says, I'm also a representative. There's 8 people over here. And they says, you're holding a lot of contempt. And you, without realizing it, you're just, and they said that you may be happy, but your body's like, and then it says, I have become one of your guides. Awesome! That's awesome. And then we will be together soon. So once you start to realize this and feel guided, then you can make a grander connection with this person that's there. And so it says that this person was somebody that's like a soulmate. They had that energy is so completely strong that's why they can communicate and connect in such a grand way. And then it's about, please choose love because I get to come closer. Oh, how exciting is that? And it says, I am just a thought away. And that's how you call them, people, is that you say, hey, and then you think of them, say the name, and they appear. One more for the road is, I'm not dead, so stop thinking that. Gotcha. Oh, thank you. You guys are wonderful by all this helping. I don't care. Though, even if you jump the gun, the point is that that's a good marking point. And if you hear me say the name, oh, like that. Okay, like Fran. Yeah, that helped too. So you guys are great. That way I can go back and go, makes it easier. All right, where's my board? There it is. Pilly! Where is my Pilly girl? Okay, well, anyways, Pilly says, I have been having all of these things happen. First, the boyfriend leaves, and my house floods. Last, my son is oh my God, that's right. Okay, the son is in a crash. Yeah, so everybody, to get that body to repair, what I want you to do, her son was in the crash. You don't even have to know her, just know her name, Pilly. You're going to put it up onto the grid, and then you're just going to rub your hands together, and then you're going to put one over your heart, and then you're just going to take and you're going to tap where these 2 fingers come together. And then what you're doing is that your intention is to help her or the son, and that is to help balance the trauma. Okay, Spirit says if we just go together and we raise a vibration and we just start balancing the trauma, you don't even have to know these people. Spirit already knows. And you just breathe in and send it out with love. It goes up into the grid, and then it'll go to those that want it. And that way you can bypass the permission. And when it's ready, they'll receive it. Or they need that extra time in the night when they're by themselves and they're thinking, they can receive it. And this is about sending the energy to help the energy of the people's meridians to change. Okay, I feel that's continuous. Now, very good question, Pilly. Oh my God. So they are all trying to be signs of something that you need to change, let go, be clear of. So the flooding has to do with emotions, and there is a panic, and there is a panic. Okay, so then you had a panic with your son, and he's good. He's going to get stronger. It's just that he's learning hurdles and new coping tools. The boyfriend leave because it's a panic, and it's about that compatibility. So what do you want her to do? Heal panic? Is that just the fresh experience? No, it's come from the past, and it is the biggest one was when you were 2, and the other one is 16, almost 17, and there was a particular panic that had occurred. And now it's time, because the energies of the planet are rising, you're asked to let go of that old pattern so that you can create a healthier reality. And there's a part of you that feels like you're feeling attacked. So then you take your energy on the right side and you're pulling it in. You've contracted it so much that what's causing the habit of what? The muscles and the tendons and things are holding. They're expecting so you're waiting for the next shoe to drop. You're waiting for it to happen again. That's what they're saying. Okay. You can heal all that out, sweetheart. We may have to have a session. But anyway, if there's nobody else, I'm just going to double. We're going to put on another call. And if you want to do a reading, it's $9 for 6 minutes, or you can have a $5 3-card spread. Oh, good. 1 minute. Let's see where it's at. Yeah. Larissa. What is the spiritual reasoning for my path and intermittent fasting? What's the spiritual reasoning for my path? Spirit. Well, okay. All right. And that spiritual, when you're at fasting, okay, they know what the freaking question is. All right, so learning how to use intent. Sometimes when you start to detoxify, what the problem is that all of a sudden your thoughts go off kilter, and which means you don't even realize that you. So I would do some Wayne Cook posture healing, and balance that brain as you're doing some of this intermittent fasting, because it'll be good. But your brain says, we're letting go of toxins. The toxins are related to the idea of feeling overpowered at times, and you are also addressing something that was very much everything equals everything. It happened at 1 year old. And they're saying that the energy in your body has changed. So you're hitting that particular part of which organ? The large intestine, about rejection. So your path is to really let go of the limiting beliefs, limiting decisions, and the negative energies that fall under love. You need to start pulling those out. Oh. And you are addressing that how you believe in unworthy. I would say stop believing in that. Okay, so if there's anybody else that wants a free read, you have to email me. The email is medicinewoman4you@doctor.com. That's dr.com, not doctor spell it, but dr.com. If you want a reading of any choice of paid, that is $9 for 6 minutes or $5 for 3 cards. And you just saw that if you wanted a spirit reading, I think we're going to have to decide, how do you want to do a spirit reading? Just like that? How much do you want to charge? $7 for a spirit reading. Okay. I guess we're going to be figuring out, and that's just a regular spirit card spirit reading. And then there's the other thing is that we just talked to spirit in a different way. Oh, God. We're going to be talking different way. Oh, don't make me forget it. Oh, I'll just put it on the end of this. I'm just going to, okay, so Spirit says, remember always to resolve to evolve and to heal instead of deal. One of the things that's important is my reminder is that talking to the dead through the cards is that they sometimes have a quick thing they want to say. And then number 2, understanding that it is the other way is that I'm sitting here and I let them tell me sometimes whatever it is that they were about themselves. Or number 3, there is this thing that they want to heal you. So they give me a read of this, and that's the pendulum spirit or channeling medium. I don't know what it's called, or cards. That's for me. You guys are great. I'm going to check again now just to make sure one more time, because sometimes the email is slow. And double check. Nobody's paid. Nobody's wrote. Check over here. Oh, you guys are so good. Again, if you happen to know that you like YouTube on there, I have lots of videos that you can look at. Some, the first part's always about the fact that it's about 30-minute to 40-minute talk. And then after that is the paid readings. And then at the end is the free 1-minute reads. And I've been doing this for almost since January. It is since the end of January. So it's not quite a year. Everything is good. I will be gone. We're taking the camper van and starting to travel. We're going to go up to Brisbane. I can't remember, it's sometime in November. So just be aware of that. If you want any of your services done, you need to get in and get them in. Zoe Pilly. Yes. Oh, okay. So we're going to, did you want to call, or did you want me to do it just like this? And I can then just start giving you certain, however we're going to do it, healing tools. Okay. Pilly, gotcha. Oh, good. Thank you, Betty. She likes the videos. Oh, somebody else paid too. Let's see who else paid real quick. Now, people have asked me, yes, if you want double, all you have to do is pay double, and you can go up to 12 minutes, but I won't go beyond that, but just to let you know. So after that is Vintage Babe. Okay. So Pilly, just like this. That sounds good. All right, Miss Pilly. Whoops. Miss Pilly. She needs to heal all of this stuff. You want her to begin with, let's talk about compatibility issues. Let's go over here to compatibility. Is there spirit in her body? Yes, we're good with that. That's good to know. Not there. Not there. Well, where in the heck are you going? You've had some type of, it's interesting, compatibilities, they're going right to mold and funguses. So there is an incompatibility of something like that really seems to bother you. And then what it does is it bulldozes you over. It creates a feeling of being bulldozed over. And then it messes with your belief systems. Okay, gotcha. They said that you also have a genetic energy that comes through that affects. Is that true? Yes, and it has to do with the. Oh, good. So it's only a -4. Are we talking about the genetic thing? And how much is the fungus thing? Oh, that's just a +3. So it's okay. So we had to change that, and okay. It has to do with repulsed. Okay, so we're going to address the first one. Life theme. So you have a life theme of, falls under nutrition. Really? What's the life theme? Oh, it's me. Eeyore. He's an Eeyore. I heard an Eeyore. You have a heart wall up. Yes, you do. Being bullied. Okay. So you're going to take your hand, place it here, and you're going to say, hidden heart wall bullied. Oh, hidden heart wall bullied. Hidden heart wall bullied. Oh, we got one more. Hidden heart wall bullied. Hidden heart wall bullied. Now you have a heart wall bullied. Heart wall bullied. There it is. Heart wall bullied. Heart wall bullied. Let's look at this. You also have awkwardness. That is what? It's a particular outcome of shame. Roll it out. I've never done that. Interact. Okay. Agenda. Okay. How many times? 3. Oh, what I just said. Shame. Bullied. Particular outcome. Oh, bully. There's the bully. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Interaction. So that's part of other people's minds. Are you aware of it? No, it's the energy. The energy of other people's thoughts have come in and your immune system's pick it up. Now, is their immune system, is it happy? No. Do we want to make it happy? Not just yet. But the thing is there's the theme. It's their freaking hidden agenda, and you always have to follow it. Oh, how do you want to address that one? You want to address that one as awkward. So 1, 2. Okay, so you're going to put your finger here and here, and you're going to think of what I said, and you're going to think of awkward, and you're going to do at least 30 times, okay? Think of what we just said. Think about what we just said. You were led to believe that you weren't important. You have much intrinsic value. They said that the strategy of how others would manipulate you was, oh my God, my stomach is upset right now. Oh, he has to be a total narcissist because all of a sudden I feel like I'm insane, even though it was twisted. So you must have called him out on something. You can't. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's stuck in the gut. Okay, that's stuck in the gut. How do you want to take it out? Oh, this is a reminder. I don't want him back. Oh, my God. That's not good to have for you. You can have a reminder of not having, oh, that's when you were trying to make sure he was out of your system. Are you ready to pull that out yet? Not just yet. Is there anything we can do to counteract that? Yes. Oh, wait. Well, we always love those. Excuse me. Yes. Okay. Thank God. Which one? Definitely this one. And then that one. Okay. If you're going to go straight down, okay, here, but you're going to come out. So it's right there. Get in there. Spleen 21, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, you look it up, spleen 21, acupuncture point, and then you'll see what rib it is, but you need to get in there and you need to get that to function again. It helps with the immune system and all this, and it should start to help you with balancing that out. The other one is, now this one's the stomach one here. You don't have heartburn or anything, do you? Because if you did, it's important that we address that. Okay, so big toe, go all the way up. Okay, over here you'll see where it says kneecap. You put the 4 fingers, and then you hold that point underneath. And just remember that there's your big toe, but the button is on by the baby toe. Follow the baby toe up. Okay, and then you rub it. And good 30 times. Do you need to use a magnet? No. And those two have been really off. But if you get those two balanced, then you might be able to feel more protected. You may have to do it like 3 or 4 times a day. Just kind of make it a habit, because your body is like going, I'm going to go through it again. Okay, and it's like biting down. Oh. Do you have a place for her to hold for all this? Yeah, to begin with, is that you have to become self-centered. Sometimes you have to be like him. Sorry, so he doesn't take your power. And what you want to do is take that shit out, and you want to take that out, and you want to make sure you hold right wrist, first position, deep. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, Pilly. Did you have a teacher that talked about hexes? I see a teacher that's very negative. Oh, we're gonna teach you how to be the warrior by being very angry. Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't talk to him either. But anyways, did you have that? Because I don't see a hex. What I see is that this energy that you're supposed to be warrior, this person goes through and believes, whoever this teacher is, somebody that must be in the arts, the healing arts, because there's a part of them that believes that like the negative emotions and all this are evil, or they're okay. All right. Well, however, we need to get you to no. Do you know? Okay, sigils. You just need to look up, and you want one for protection, and you'll just take and you can write it. There's many different ways you can find out. Put one in front of your door. Put one. Take a picture of your son and put it on the picture of your son, so that he's protected. And then do one for you too. You don't need to take on anything. Okay. Just saying. Let me double check if there was anybody else that had gay. Okay, so everybody got red. Everybody got that. That's good. So stay blessed. And guess what? Oh, wait. What? Oh, good. You got sigils. Kim Davis, I'm not sure exactly what you just said. You have to email that. That's what that is. I think you're trying to say medicine woman for you at doctor.com. And if that's the case, if you wanted to a question, then you send it there. Hearthstone. I am not connecting the brain on that one. Yes. Love the ratings, love the shares, loved all that. Tammy, okay, so for those that, okay, again, if you really want, like I can understand Tammy wanting it. I'm going to check to make sure, but normally we do like to get it through the emails. I'm just double checking. I can do Tammy Stevens for general. Oop, that's wrong. So, habits. There's the habits other people are doing that seem to be just dragging, or they're. Oh, you sent a PayPal? Anyways, they seem very energy is very lofty. And you're getting very tired to live their life their way. You're just kind of done with it, but you can't seem to let go of that, because you know that in certain relationships, you're the object. They treat you like an it, they treat you like an object, but you have a lot of intrinsic value. Criticism, you're done with it, but you're not sure how to make it stop. And there's a panic that it's going to come again because it's such an annoying feeling that you get from this. Does that make sense? A very annoying feeling. Gnawing. Sorry. Well, probably both, but it's annoying. Okay, so I sent PayPal. I'm double checking right now. I haven't gotten that yet. We'll see what happens. Somebody's stomach's upset. Not now. Okay, so we'll go that route. Just give me a second, people. We'll figure this out. Oh. Jesus. Okay, no, it has not come through because I just went into the account. Holy crap. All right, somebody new, somebody else. Not mine. Other side. Spirits. But if you want to do this, you got to... Anybody in the room that you wanted to talk to? No. They seem awkward. Are they even here? Are they going to watch later? Well, I'm not doing the reading. You can go and get them and make them come. Spirit wants to communicate. But who would it go to? It's nobody in the room, that's for sure. So Spirit, the new thing is $7 for a Spirit card read. So we go real fast. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I am good. Waiting for Tammy. If Tammy is it coming through, I'll wait just a few more minutes. And somebody's being an egotistical little brat. That's all I hear. Is there's some arguing going on. Somebody's doing some suppressing, getting really defensive. And I feel like false pride. Why are you making me do this? It's random. It's random. I'll be here on Wednesday, people. So just to let you know. And didn't we have this happen before, Tammy? I have no idea why it's not coming through. Oh, no. Look forward to everything that's coming up. This is very important. We're going to have different events. We are. In the future, we'll probably have different events is what I feel. Okay, Tammy, here's the thing. If it does come afterwards, and if you were the last one that did this as the routine, we'll do it through Zoom. It's a video. Tammy, show me. No, you can't do pick on there. You're on there. You're not on here. Well, okay, so if it doesn't come through, just make sure that it is really written. Did you do bpower.mw@dr.com? No, so just look, you've paid. I don't want that money just to be hanging out there for anybody to get it. Look and see if it is bpower or bpower.mw at dr.com, because sometimes people forget the D or the period. Well, then I don't understand what happened then. It makes it very weird. Well, if you send it, it'll come through eventually, right? And if it comes through eventually, then well, it shouldn't come in. It shouldn't come in as what do you call it? E-check, because we've done this before. Ooh, somebody calls somebody a love bug. Okay, love bug. That's very odd. We'll just do it that way, okay? Oh, you put a J in there? No, get that off. Let me just make sure. bpower, bpower dot mw dr.com. That is the PayPal thingy. You know, I don't even think I have the link on that side. Of course I don't. Otherwise I'd send you the link. Okay. That is truly bizarre. But we know what this is, you know. I don't have any accounts that has BJP. So you must have sent it to the wrong person. All right, Spirit says, do this, do this. We're going to do it real quick. And then we'll go here. And then Spirit will make this pop. And I say, okay, copy. And then go back to here. And then say, here you go. Try that. See what happens. All I can hear is somebody thinking, okay, love bug. Probably you. You know what's funny is that people are using just the one eye in pictures. And I was working with somebody last night with that. I had one too. We're all good. I just want to solve this issue. I really do. So while we're waiting for that, so understand some of this paradigm is about this fear of being alone. It's a false perception, and this false perception is that you're never alone. People then saying, but I don't want to talk to ghosts, and I don't want to. Okay, so there is then this false perception that all spirits are evil, and that if you hear your loved one, then it's evil. And of course, you know where that comes from. It's the old belief systems. It shows Brenda Power. That is hilarious. Well, it wouldn't have taken this long. Oh. Now, that could be my old account from Michigan, but I think I left it as Bates, not Power. If you're not certain, you can follow the link and see if that is the same thing and cancel the other one and pay through there if that's what you want. Or you can put it under Medicine Woman, the number 4, the letter U at doctor.com, dr.com. And that will also go to that. PayPal also goes into this account. So either way, we can do it that way. But this old paradigm of feeling like you're alone. First of all, the more when you're in ego, you're over identifying with matter. You have to really decide, who am I? What am I? But your spirit first when we forget this. And since it's spirit first, okay, she said she sent something at Messenger, and I have to open up the account. Oops. Go over to this account. That's not the right account. Okay, now this is funny. So Tammy is, apparently my friend in Messenger, but I have gotten nothing that says it come from Messenger. Oh, business. We're going to go to the business side. Then we'll open up the business side. And we're getting closer. There's like 1,000 buttons. And we're getting to, no. I have nothing from Messenger. Ooh, Facebook user. Oh, he was good. That person was deleted. No. Funny. I don't see you at all. Miss Stevens, this is, okay, so here's the thing, Spirit. Oh, a lot of you probably are going to ask what that is. It's a healing recipe. You get physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. And it's a recipe. It opens up, shows you how to have the recipe of life. And so I teach about that too. You guys are starting to figure out that what we solve is I'm now connecting to spirit and say, Spirit's trying to tell me what to do. And if I say, okay, we're going to do it this way, why? It's not about me. And it is all about, so we're not friends, but you are on my business page. So I don't see that there. Solving a dilemma, people. That's what we're doing. And the dilemma is trying to understand why. See, now I don't see Tammy Stevens at all, even in the friends list. Miss Stevens. Why is this happening to her? Because you have to deal something with panic. Why is it happening for me? I'm just waiting. Oh, am I supposed to be teaching? Oh, gotcha. Okay, Tammy, did you just say hi to me? You're vintage babe. Oh, I already did that. Okay, now we're getting to understand. I had already answered that. I already did that one. This is why we write them down. Amy, did you write it down? So, Tammy, that's right, you're vintage babe. I've already done that reading. That's what we've been waiting for. So, that makes understanding why there's panic. She's already paid. She's already done it. Okay, this makes total sense. It really does now. So I will contact you. I will look for it. It was under the one of the paids. I will have to guess because I have no idea. I will find it. So, vintage babe, know I've paid, and I will. Okay, now I feel like I'm in a freaking Twilight Zone. I am in a Twilight Zone, I swear. Why didn't it work? I'm now totally confusing myself out. Anybody? No, Tammy, it may not be you, Tammy. People, did I do a reading? Or did I just say I got a reading and didn't do it? Either way, I am confusing myself so badly that I don't understand what's happening. And now I'm just going to give you the read, because if you got, even if you got double. No, this is bizarre in itself. Brenda, I didn't even see. I didn't even see your. Did you send me an email so I could do your read? Okay, have I entered in a Twilight Zone, people? See, everybody's now saying, I'm not sure. I don't care. We're going to do it this way. If Spirit cut me off, I can't tell sometimes when Spirit does something to me. I will give you your read, because you know what? I don't think I had, or I did. I don't know. Whoa, I'm confusing myself. And Brenda, if you wanted to read, I didn't see it in your the email, unless Spirit's messing with me. This is starting to be bizarre. Doggone it. Especially when you guys come up with different names, it throws me completely off. Okay, we're going to do this now. I am so sorry, Tammy. I have no idea what the hell's going on. All right, Spirit, don't mess with me. Start giving me an answer. Hello from the other side. Oh, goody. So these were the cards. Oh, my God. What the hell? You are never alone. Well, I'm sorry, Brenda's interfering. Your thoughts have been cloudy, and they haven't been very clear, but normally they see your thoughts, but you have been cloudy. Just know that the person on the other side has no pain. And if you ask for something very specific, I'm going to go there right now and look. No, you didn't ask for anything specific that I can see. And if you did, I'm sorry, make it pop up and I will do it right now. Where in the heck did this go? And fear of being alone. Okay. Yeah. I was met by so many loving people. So whoever this person is, that's a general fellow. You got somebody coming through big time. And they says, I feel healthy and happy. So this person that has how many people are represented? So there was 5 people, and there's just one representative, and they're all come out and saying this. Now they said that the cloudy thing they want you to do, because of all this confusion, I don't understand. Okay, they said that this all had to happen. Why did you answer when I asked? Okay, this all had to happen because it happens to the best of everyone. It does. But they said they want you to address this panic that goes on, because it invades in the way that you need to expand your energy. It keeps going. It ebbs in and out like it's supposed to, because it breathes. But the thing is that it goes right into contraction. When it goes into contraction, you go very awkward. They says that you have to really define what that even is. It's awkward, and you have to get naked in front of people. It's awkward that you got gas, and you're like, oh my God, it's awkward. I wish this person would go away so I can. Simple awkwardness to whatever extreme. They said that the specific program, there was something about age 34. If you're younger than that, I'm sorry. The point is that age 34, so this you can have future readings from yourself. That says this is about what about me. There was some part of you is asking, what about me? Ooh, and then you created a repulsed energy field, which goes into a split. That you can't be yourself. And that is what we were addressing, is because when oh my God, hold on. All I can tell you is that when Spirit comes in and messes with you, okay, it's not that they're evil. It's just that you slip streams, okay? One, you did that when you're at 16. You may think it's called astro traveling, but you slip streams. And this is very confusing to get into the right alignment of where you need to be. Wow. Okay. So now the slipping of the stream, how do I want to explain this for you? what caused her to slip stream is her chakras. She was developing. Your first chakra and your sixth chakra, and everything was fine with that. You were doing just fine. You didn't even know you were doing it half the time. But the compatibility with the pictures that you collected through time ended up changing the identity of who you are, which then caused you to say, I can't be me. So however you were greeted with life, and it felt like people were just invading their shit, causing you to stop being who you are, you became an overtime hopelessness. And then it goes back to being awkward. So you use awkward as a way to escape. So sometimes you will, you're like, I don't want to be here. So you slipstream and go into another a string, another dimension, you slipstream. And sometimes you can't readjust when you come back. Normally, this is what happened. Whatever your belief system is and all that, you'll line up to the dimension you're supposed to be in. And you do it every time. But you're slipstreaming. As you are in one, you slipstream in the other. So you don't take fully all of you over there. And some of your times comes back. And it's because anytime the trigger of awkward comes up, and it's just in your environment, it stops you from being you. So you hit that arrested development. And so then all of a sudden you'll slipstream over there, and you're living, it feels like two different worlds, which makes it so confusing. That's why the example of not understanding this freaking PayPal and the fact that she goes by two different names, and then all of this, and that's why nothing's saying to get into alignment. Okay, Spirit says that it's time for you to start healing that part that you disapproved of, that other people disapproved of, because you that part was looking for approval from a parent and relations, and you expected them to be there for you, and instead they gave you something that wasn't not nice. And so you decided to cut certain parts of you out, because when you were to be just yourself, then they would act mean, and so then you felt awkward every time you wanted to be yourself. You knew it was going to happen, so then you slipstreamed. Okay, she's saying right, interesting. She said yes. Okay, so they're saying that every time your brain starts to feel very muddled, like for instance, anything that's unstable, if you're nice and stable, and if it starts doing this, you feel nauseous. You feel like, oh my God, and then you go. It's like that's your sign that, hey, you're going to be awkward, and then you slip that way. It creates a lot of inflammation and then you're like, oh, I don't want to play object again. I'm not your object. I am not. Go into panic. Oh, I can totally see why. It's a lot of that stomach thing. A lot of indifference. So you've learned to try to be indifferent, but all you did was overcome and didn't heal the thing. And if you wanted to heal something, you got to first understand what you're doing and then begin to become aware. So the first part's education. Become aware that you're doing it, and then say, stop. Do I really want to do that? Because you got to re-ask yourself, do you really want to do that? If you don't want to do that, even if you've done it already after the fact and you've caught yourself, you say, wait, no. It's like when people look off in space it's because they're trying to escape. Okay. They said then you can notice that it's the personality. That's just who you are. It's like they go, oh, you should have seen the dumb thing I did today. That's not your personality. That's how you communicated. Okay. They said for you, because it's such a vibratory thing, that if you were just to use knowing, even after the fact you did it, you hold it in your mind, you tap. Okay. Do your EFT. If you don't know what it is, email me and I will email you the link. But literally you need to tap, do a couple rounds, because there's a part of you that's beginning to really see the difference, and it'll help you start to stop slipstreaming. It'll start to balance you into one direction. And then if you understand, when you start to go into panic, start tapping. And then when you do that, and then you go awkward. Okay, because if you feel like but you gotta notice when your 41 thoughts per minute start to play this type of game, because that's when all of a sudden I can start feeling it feels like it begins into my thighs first, and then all of a sudden I slipstream. You do it while you're driving, you don't even know it. I mean, you're safe, But there's a party, it's like, I'm kind of tired of doing that. I kind of like to keep my vibrational body, all of me with me, wherever I'm going and where I'm at. So yeah, EFT will be your best friend through the emotions and all this. If you need any other healing type thing, then I would say make an appointment with me, and then we can try to find out the links. Okay. Oh, just as I zone. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. So yes, I see now I knew there was a reason why something would have to happen, but when I asked, they sometimes I know if they told me I wouldn't have got it, I had to go through the whole shebang. Just let you know, this is what people do. Even if you're not doing what I do, you all do it too. There is usually a reason that happens. That was a journey, and I loved it. Thank you very much, Tammy, for paying and honoring me and taking me along on this journey. I thought that was awesome. Oh my God. If you have any thoughts about what just happened, or if you've ever heard of slipstreaming or any of this other stuff, I'd love to know your feedback, because that to me would be, I just really do. I mean, I live in this world. I sometimes think people are there with me, and sometimes I don't. And you get to see the different parts. And now we get to Brenda. Now, Brenda, my dear, she says, I would love to know what's going on with me at the moment and how I can fix it. Oh, okay. And Brenda, immediately it was like bladder. It just went right down to, I had to piss. Oh, there goes that pendulum. I got to dig down. Do you like my pendulum, people? It's a shell, and I made a little decoration, and I made a thumbprint so I can hold it. If I ever sell penjies, this is what I'd be selling. Would be my homemade penjies from the shells from I find on the beaches. Sorry, I just had to smell popcorn, which means that my brain had to let go, clean, and realign. I like sound effects too. That was fun, Tammy. Brenda. Oh. Ooh, there's a particular habit that you're doing, and charming people seem to really throw you into an action of distrust, which then causes you to feel petrified, then makes you feel like, oh, I don't like that. I hate that. There's an actual bank over here where you put energy into it. So I don't want that. And then all of a sudden you're going to start feeling the charm as a bully, because you wanted to protect yourself a long time ago about this. And what? And you become self-stubborn as a way to protect yourself. Okay. What is that doing for you on another level? It causes you to have low blood sugar or something. And that's why you want, and a vulnerable personality. So your body kind of does a little checking out deal, huh? And you put a block over, it says, you don't really want to take in love from these particular people. I wouldn't either. So muddled. They could have just said that. Now you understand why. And if she wanted to heal that, being as muddled as she is. Oh yeah, you're like, I don't want to be an it anymore. Stop it, people. They said if you wanted to heal that, you have to address not just being muddled, but how you're overpowered with that. And if you wanted to do hope therapy, then you would hold L, the number 2, 1, 2, and then you put your thumb in the second position, not up here, not down here, and not in the middle, but right there. Nice and soft, finger here, hand around. Put it on a scale from 0 to 10, give it a color, give it a number, and heal it out. You know what's funny is I really thought it was going. Oh my God, what a journey, Tammy. I can't wait to tell my husband about that one. Now I got proof. I'm going to go back and watch the ending of that just so I can see if what the hell just happened? Because They slip. I slipstreamed. I really thought I'll check, but I couldn't tell what world I was in just for a moment. This is one for the books. And I got it on camera. Oh, I hope that helps, Brenda. I really do. And if you're not sure about the holding, just doing this, Brenda, will help you a great deal. And do Wayne Cook posture. Go to my website and you can get the Wayne Cook posture. You do that and it helps start to balance you so you don't feel quite as muddled. Yeah, you guys are great. Remember to always resolve to evolve and heal instead of deal. And what do I always say? Stay blessed. I love you all. Okay, we see you. Bye-bye. Oh, what a journey, Tammy. I loved it.